Hello YouTubers, and welcome back. This is Jordan Livesey, bringing you another keyboard video. Today I am going to be doing a video of the Yamaha PSR220 built-in rhythms. Now, I do not have the PSR220 as of yet, but I have managed to import the PSR220 rhythms into my actual keyboard, because there aren't that many videos of the rhythms up on YouTube, if you know what I mean.
Sorry, John, I wanted to be in it then. Bye! I'll leave you alone.
Sorry about that, guys. That was just my sister making sure things were okay. Anyway, let's get started. But before we go, I want to talk to you about the styles first. Not all of these styles are on the PSR220. Not all of these are PSR220 styles. Some of these are from newer keyboards, and some of these are from the PSR730 and the S970, and they are from other keyboards. So I'm going to quickly load the first one in now. Let me just... Right. The first one, of course, is 8-beat pop, which, of course, if you own a PSR 620, 520, or any of the 220, for instance, you'll know it's the first style. And I'm looking at keyboard Crazy 49 in particular, because he's got a 220 and a 520, and of course a PSR 7000. All three of which are my favourite keyboards. So, I'm sure you'll know if some of these rhythms are on the 220, actually, because it's been a while since I had the 220, so not all of them will be on there, on the 220, but most of these are 220 rhythms. So, let me just... Yep, here we go. On with the styles. All I've got to say is, enjoy the video. This next one was a rhythm I absolutely hated on the PSR 220. And I don't know why, because it had kind of an angry ending. But let's see how you guys react to it, because I don't react to it anymore, and I think it sounds a lot better on newer keyboards like this keyboard here, because this is a lot newer than the 220. But it just goes to show that these rhythms can play on it. So here we go. Let's load in another one. Some of these rhythms do take a while to load in. Here we go. That one was Disco Soul. Loading in the next rhythm now. Now, loading in a rhythm into this keyboard does take a while because it has to register it into memory, and it also needs to check it for irregularities as well before it can actually play the style. Now, this keyboard's only compatible with .sty files, which is what these styles are saved as. And of course, the PSR220 and all the other related keyboards came out way before 2008, which was when Yamaha changed the style file format. But now we're on the next rhythm. So that one was one of my absolute favourite ones of all, Light Rock Ballad, also known as 8-beat rock ballad. If you have a PSR 330, just ignore that dog, because he's being a wolf. I'm not even sure why we even got that dog, because he's a wild animal, not even a pet in the first place. Anyway, let's load in the next rhythm, and I believe this one takes a while to load. I believe it's a country rhythm. As far as I know, I don't even know which rhythms I'm even loaded in, but still, I've most likely loaded the same one in twice. So, here we go. This one's my absolute favourite. Country Ballad. to reset it because this keyboard goes glitchy after loading in this rhythm, and it doesn't play right on the next rhythm. So let's see what we've loaded. So we've had 8-beat pop, 8-beat rock, 8-beat ballad, no 8-beat up pop, disco soul, light rock ballad, country ballad. Now we're going for the next one. No doubt I love this next one too. So yeah. Any guesses what this next style would be? Perhaps. Well, we're about to find out, aren't we? Oh. Here we go, guys. Here's the next rhythm. Yeah, that one was 2-step. Slide in the next one. Of course, I always put my country rhythms in the same category because I'm good at organising my style collections. Because I've got loads of Yamaha styles. Let me know if you'd like some in the comments, because I do have quite a lot of Yamaha rhythms, including some PSR 8000 rhythms. Let's go to the next style. Okay, here we go. This one's particularly weird. It's got a weird rhythm. So let's see what you guys think of it. I remember this definitely being on the 220. I mean, just listen to how weird it is, even without the accompaniment. It doesn't sound weird. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments. That one is Espanol. Here comes the next one. This could take a while. Larger styles tend to take a bit of time to load. Here we go, guys. Ready for a bit of Jamaican reggae? Because here we go. that was what I used to love. I used to love that rhythm, and it's also on this keyboard here, the PSR 195. Some of these are on the PSR 195. Some of the rhythms I showed you earlier, like rock ballad and 8-beat up pop, you just switch the 195 off actually, because it isn't even plugged in and doing anything. And now we have our next rhythm, Slow Fox. Here we go. I don't remember if that was the ending that the PSR 220 had. Listen to the ending again and see if the PSR 220 had that. But I kind of remember something sounding like that. Well, let's move on anyway to the next rhythm. That one was Slow Fox, and we're moving on to the next rhythm. This one takes a while, but we've got it. I believe this is an 8-beat light. We'll see by the intro. Now, on the PSR 220, the intro to 8-beat light is a lot different from the 520 and 620. I'll play you both intros and endings because the intros vary depending on the chord you change. If it's a minor chord, it will be different. So I'll play you both. So here we go. But starting with the demo. Now I'm going to show you the intro and ending for this rhythm that was on the PSR 220. This was on the 220 regardless of whether you played a major or a minor chord. So here we go. See the difference? In fact, it's not just 8-beat light that's different. A lot of rhythms are too. I mean, you've got country ballad, which is a lot different. There's also jazz ballad, piano ballad. But we're not going to go into any of the others because I've just loaded this one in. So let's go to another rhythm. We're getting close here. I've loaded quite a lot of rhythms into this keyboard. I'm surprised I've still got 114 kilobytes left on this keyboard. Just gotta wait for this one to load in. Should take a while. Okay, we've got it. Now this one's not on the PSR 220, it's on the PSR 330 instead, but it's also on the PSR 730. So Here we go, guys. Okay, I'm gonna have to quit that until the dogs start barking, but until they stop barking. But let's just get on with it, because we came to hear the keyboard itself. I quite like that one. It's also on this keyboard here, the PSR195, and it's also on the PSR260 as well, which I've had for a year now. So that's a good thing to know. Anyway, let's load in the next rhythm. That one was salsa, and that was on the PSR330. That was a PSR330 and 730 exclusive rhythm. It's not on the 220. The salsa that's on the 220 is different, and it's the one that will be found on the 9th demo song. This next one is my absolute favourite, and it can be found on the PSR E363, as well as the PSR 260 over here, PSR 195, and indeed the PSR 220. Now this next one is not on the PSR 220 at all. It's a PSR PSR E433 and above rhythm. It's one of the Latin rhythms from the PSR E433 and above. It was originally intended for use on the PSR S970, but because I don't have a PSR S970, I had to convert it for use with this keyboard, because this keyboard doesn't have super articulation voices or panel, should I say. Well, I don't know that panel, but super articulation, no, or mega voices. So I ended up having to use George and Soroson's style revoicer to revoice it. Oh no, maybe not. But the next rhythm before it, should I say, is a PSR S970 and other rhythm. I forgot there was another 220 rhythm. So I'll let you know when we get to that rhythm. But here we have another PSR sff1 rhythm on that may have been on the PSR 220. I can't remember, but let's find out, because this is the rhythm I've just loaded in after folk rock. That was a really good even has the right reverb. Yeah, room reverb. Now this next one, I think this is the rhythm I was talking about earlier before I loaded funk in. That was originally intended for use on the PSRS 970. Because it's a large style and I completely forgot that I had another PSR 220 rhythm to load in after folk rock. But anyway, this shouldn't really be much of a problem since the PSR E413 can handle this rhythm. So here we go. Unfortunately I gave it no intro with the style remixer, so I'm going to have to go ahead and play it. So that is indeed the Paranda style, of course, which is on the PSRS 970. Okay, so that was part 1. Stay tuned for part 2, where I'll be showing more rhythms.